Welcome to Whispering Spirits After Dark. My name is Angela. I am one of your founders and investigators. Meet our investigators, Bree and Melissa. Ladies, please say hello.
Hello. Hello.
Tonight we'll also have on board founders Sherry and Mike. They are not available at the moment, but they will be with us shortly. We are going to be interviewing Cher and Dawn Hubsher. They're well known in the TV industry for Smothered. We're going to interview them about their home. Mama's home was haunted. Back in 2022, we had the opportunity to do an investigation there. And yes, there was some stuff that we found. So we're going to see if the home is still haunted or not. Stay tuned.
Hello.
Hi, ladies. It's been such a long time since I've seen your beautiful faces. Good.
I know it has been a while. Too long.
I know. We're waiting for two investigators to pop on, Sherry and Michael. But in the meantime, let me introduce you. We've got Bree and Melissa. Melissa is a sensitive, and so is Bree. Maybe they can feel something.
I love that. I'm so into this stuff.
I know. So I wanted to ask you. We're just going to jump right into it. Is that okay, ladies? Back in October of 22, you invited me out to your home, and we did a mini little investigation both outside, and then you guys took the recorder and went inside and got some pretty good stuff. Do you remember that?
Yes, very much so.
It was funny because today I was going back through and I was going through Cher's recordings on your podcast show, and I'd forgotten that when I pulled up that the little armor guy fell over. I totally forgot about that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I remember that. It was really unbelievable. How can you not remember it? You know, with everything going on.
It was so spooky. I personally always felt like our house, was haunted and she didn't. And so having you come out and then us being able to pick up different things, like different sounds, or, having their results come back after you came and explained to us. It was so interesting because I felt like, see, I told you there's something there.
She always felt it.
Yeah. But, she always, my house, growing up, it looks like a spooky castle. But in reality, my mom built it. So because of that, she said, oh, it's impossible. Right. But, who knows what was there previously or who knows what decided.
The grounds. Yeah. I know. I was telling everybody, I was like, if you could see their house, it is so cool because you go down this long road and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm lost because you don't know where you're at. And then all of a sudden, boom, there it is. It looks like a castle. It is so cool. It is very cool.
Oh, thanks.
So since that time, do you still think that the home may have some ghosts in it?
I do now after you. I think there is. Sometimes I hear some noises and I wonder. Yes. And I wonder, and I think back to when you were in the home and everything, and I say, maybe there is someone in the house with us and like that.
And sometimes
Have you ever thought about having us back out?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Actually, that would be really neat. I wouldn't mind that.
We've got a whole bunch of new equipment, things that I did not have at my hands when I went that would probably throw us all through a loop. And I got one today that I am so excited to use. You have no idea. You hold it. I'll show it to you. You hold it and it literally tells you words. The spirits talk into the device and it's clear as day. And I was like, I know. Watch. This is really cool.
Maybe family that passed away that are coming to the home that are trying to tell us something. That's a possibility,
well, maybe this will pick it up.
Yeah, watch. I'm going to turn it on. So I brought this out here and I turned it on. And it was saying some crazy stuff. Watch. So you turn it on. Go on. Hold on. I got this. And then you push this button here. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It says, I said, did you hear it? And it said mostly. So it responds. And oh my gosh, you know what's funny? It says Ron, my neighbor next door, his name was Ron and he passed away. Now that's creepy.
That is creepy.
Wow.
That is creepy. But we got some really cool devices. So if you guys are interested, I'm your girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you know what to buy? What is going to pick something up and what's just,
So
scam? How do
we
you know?
do, well, like you saw when I was at your home that night, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the equipment you have to do a lot of scientific and then a lot of, well, this is what I feel. So the equipment just helps us validate what think we know or what we do know. You know what I mean?
Whoa, that's crazy.
That's something.
Right?
Really cool. Yeah, very cool. So, do you feel that most of the spirits come out more at night or during the day?
So a lot of them come out at night, mostly because the world is calm and they can use the energy from the world. You know, all we're absorbing all that energy, whether it's, energy we make ourselves or the energy that man is making. So we do catch some during the day. Don't think we don't, because we see them with our eyes. We've seen shadows in the middle of the day walking. Like I personally and Sherry saw a shadow man walk in front of a window in the middle of the day. We were looking through one window to another window, and it looked like Abraham Lincoln just walked right straight in front of me. It was crazy.
When I
Yeah.
first moved into my current house, I thought it was haunted. Remember?
Oh, yes,
I
you
was
did.
convinced. I should have called you back then, but I was convinced that this house that I live in now is haunted. Like
Because
convinced.
the door would
Why?
just
What
open.
happened?
Literally the door would just all of a sudden open, or it would just like a door would close and no one was there, the air wasn't on, and it was a door that's a heavy door. Like you can't just open or close it. It's a heavy door.
I remember that.
And I was so paranoid. It was like weird things were happening. I was convinced. What else was happening? I remember there was
So
this
what?
certain-
How did?
but I was convinced, and it was a lot of bad things were happening. So I got what's that called? Like a chakra? What are those?
Oh, that
I
you-
lit like a.
And
And I went around. I swear, I did
With
this.
this-
I went around everywhere, and I told the spirit, "It's it's okay if you want to live here like harmoniously." I tried to speak to it. You told me like,
That's
just,
good
like,
though.
talk to it and say like it's okay if you want to be here, but just like we
Don't
live here
scare
now too.
us.
Like we're here and we come in peace, but please let us live peacefully. And I went and I did every corner, everywhere.
Actually, it worked.
I think it worked because
it stopped.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's good, because as long as you believe and you do that, you'll be fine.
yeah.
It's the ones that kind of doubt it where it comes back.
Yeah, it was only when we first moved in. It was like for a few months. Remember,
Yes,
bad
I
things were
remember.
happening. Doors were closing and doors were opening.
Yeah.
It was very spooky.
I remember you
It's
called
gotten
me.
better. It's gotten better.
And you said,
You
"Mom,
should have called me. I would have been on that, like, you know what?
Yeah, I know. I really should have. If it happens again, I'm calling you.
I think that's funny. What about your grandmother's home? Because I remember you talking about it may be haunted.
I do still have that, yes. And I go there and I really feel them there. I sit there by myself a lot. And
It's an
I,
apartment
it's
building.
in a condo.
I see.
And it's a condo. Like all the same furniture is there. Everything is in the same.
But do you
the way
think you
it is.
feel them just because it's their home, or do you think you actually feel the energy there?
I feel the energy. I feel like there's energy of them there. Yes.
Interesting.
Oh. I think that's awesome, though. Especially because it's a loving feeling. Right, ladies?
Yeah.
Very loving family.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's great.
Yes.
So since we've done that, and Miss Dawn, I remember you said you didn't believe until we showed you, right? Did it change the way you look at things now in a paranormal way?
Yes, it did. Yes,
Did it?
I see everything now. I do believe in it. I definitely believe there's spirits and they're out there, and they come and go, and they're not all bad. Some are good.
That's
and
true.
they live
Well, I
among
didn't think
us.
there was anything bad at your house anyway when I was there. Absolutely. Because I'd be like, we need to cleanse quickly.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would never let that happen to you.
I said something, and like whenever I go to like a cemetery or something, I always say like, please don't follow me home, because of something that you had mentioned to me, just to like talk to them and say like, just please don't follow, like, I'm here in peace, just please don't, like, death, please don't follow me out of here, don't follow me home.
Absolutely.
So I remember you said that things can actually like attach to you, and so if you just talk to it and say like, please don't, I take that with me everywhere, and I always think of you.
Good.
Like that. I wherever I go.
At least you got something out of me that was good. But it's true though. If you go anywhere, even into like a antique store,
Oh yes.
items carry energy with it. So if you don't buy anything, or even if you do, you say, please stay away.
Yeah.
Don't follow me home.
Because in my home, there's a lot of antiques.
I know, and I wanted to go in there so bad with you.
Yeah. It's interesting. Whenever I go into an antique store, I I have trouble. Some people love antiques. Like my mother-in-law loves going into antique stores. It's her favorite thing. She buys all these antiques. But when I go into an antique store, I like feel all the energies and I almost get like a little like lightheaded or like I get a weird feeling that I don't feel right in there. It's hard to explain, but it's like a lot of feelings I feel. And so I just don't do well.
I wonder if you're an empath. I
Like
wonder if you
overwhelming.
have. Yeah, I think you're an empath. Maybe you're even a sensitive.
That's kind of how it
She's
feels.
very
It's like
Yeah.
been in some
overwhelming.
vintage stores, and like she goes, I have to get out of here. I can't stay in
Yeah,
here.
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if that's the case, maybe you should. I mean, maybe like learn more about it. What do you think, Cher?
Like Bree, you're a sensitive, right? So like what does that mean? What do you feel?
So I'm an empath.
Oh,
So what that means for me is like I feel energy, and I'm also kind of scared. I've recently started seeing shadows a lot. But like you mostly just feel energy. Like you can feel when you're in a crowd of people everybody's energy. It's sometimes it gets overwhelming.
interesting.
Yeah, Melissa's can sense more of that though.
And yeah, like when we do investigations, like I can actually like feel the spirit. Like the one investigation we did, the lady had a stroke and I was having symptoms of a stroke.
What?
And so, yeah. Like I can tell if it's a male or a female, their energy, bad or good. Yeah.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So see, if you're feeling that when you go into those places, Cher, you probably are sensitive as well.
Yeah.
I feel
If you find yourself if you
yeah, so interesting. I feel like that too. Sometimes I want to channel it more, and I just like sometimes I'll have dreams. I don't know if this is the same, but I'll have a dream, and then it actually like comes true. It's like I guess premonition or something, you know.
Psychic abilities.
But I'll have it and it comes true. And so if it's something bad, I always like call her and tell her like, don't do this or do this happened. But I wish I want to learn how to like lean into it and make it grow because I feel like there's a way. There's got to be a way, right? To pick it more, to be able to sense it more.
I think if you got with in your area of town that is focused in on their ability really good, they can show you how to do it. Or you could even go over to Casadega, Florida. That's where you'll learn a lot of stuff. Have you ever heard of the Casadega?
No.
It's over by DeLand in Orlando. And it's a town that once a year, all the psychic mediums, sensitives come to that town for training. They have a campground and everything just for psychics. So the people that live in the town are psychic mediums. Everybody.
Wow.
Wow, that's so
You've never heard of that?
No.
It is the coolest, most calmest, most beautiful little town you've ever seen. Like, if you blink, you are past it on the interstate.
Wow.
It's called Casadega. You got to go. I've gone there several times and had several readings. It is so cool.
sounds wonderful.
I'm going to drive over. I'm going to pick you ladies up, and we're going to Casadega.
We should all go. We really should go again.
I want to go
We
so
really
bad.
should. It was amazing.
Yeah, I think, but Sherry, you might learn something from there because they will tell you, they have insights, obviously, that we don't have, clearly, right? But they'll tell you what your abilities could be.
Wow, that's amazing.
Absolutely. So I saw a video today. I think you just posted it actually, where do you live next door to the animal sanctuary? And then you also have one? Is that how that's working?
Yes, we have our own animal rescue sanctuary that we started like 2 years ago. And I live also right by an animal sanctuary as well.
I think that's cool. Because when I met you the first time, you had told us. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that is so cool that you're doing that.
Yes.
How did your daughter like the trip to Exile Island, as you called it?
Good. So when I was 16, or no, not when I was 16. When I was 16, I was on my Super Sweet 16. But when I was 18, I went on a show called Exiled, which is where my mom and dad had sent me to live with a tribe in the jungles of Panama. And it was an amazing experience. And I got to live with the jungle, live with like the jungle people, and like live as they do, on their teepees and their hardwooden floor, cook my food over the fire, and cut down plantains just to get food. It was an amazing experience and like shaped me
Mom,
so.
did you send her there because she was being bad, or did you send her to learn a lesson?
To let it grow and get life.
Yeah, and it was it was such an amazing experience. And ever since, my goal has always been one day I'm going to go back there. I'm going to take my family there, and I want to see the people again because they, inspired me and impacted my life so much. And so recently we were able to go back to Panama, and I was able to bring my husband and my daughter, and they were able to meet the tribes people. And I was able to reconnect with, the people I became so close with because, I was living there by myself pretty much for 7 days. So it was a wonderful experience getting to see them all again.
So when you're there, because they treat the dead differently, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How does that feel? I mean, you know what I mean? In a spiritual way, does it feel different?
It was actually so interesting. They had never seen the show Exiles before, even though they starred on the show. They had never seen it.
Really?
And so I actually got to bring the show with me. I brought my iPad and I showed them the show. And they were a lot of them started like crying, and they were pointing at different people. And I said, what's going on? And they said, well, these people have passed away. And so it's so amazing for us to get to see them again because they don't have like video cameras and they don't have all of that. So they were able to watch them again as if they were there.
So
that
you
was
showed them something different.
Yes, that was really special. But
Well, that's so cool.
how they deal with, I don't know if they bury or if they what they do. I should have asked that. It's a very interesting question, but I don't know that answer.
Yeah.
Do you have anything coming up in your life for movies? I know you've been in movies. Do you have anything coming up that you could talk about maybe?
Well, right now we are honestly very busy with our animal sanctuary. That's been like taking over our life right now. So we rescued.
You should do your podcast on that.
Yeah, we have episodes on it, but it takes up so much work, so we've been so busy that we have like over 58 animals right now in my backyard. Like we've turned
58?
our whole 58. So not in her backyard, where I live, in my backyard. We've turned our
No, I know,
whole-
in your house, yeah.
Yes, and so we have we have a donkey, we have horse, we have pigs,
Ah.
chickens.
I'm
rabbits.
coming to live at your house. I am coming to live at your house.
Yes, and so they are.
Miss Dawn, what are you doing with your time that Cher's busy with the animals?
I'm always here.
She's
I'm
always
all the way at home. I help her with whatever she asks. Never say no to her. And I help her with
with my daughter. She's always helps with my daughter, which is really nice. So yeah, we've been busy with the sanctuary, busy. We do a lot of social media, as you know. We have our podcast, the Chattermouth podcast, and so we're still busy with that. And so the animals have been keeping us busy. That's just been our mind focus right now, but we'll see what's in store next.
I think that's cool, though, that you have that. A lot of people
Very much so.
can't do something like that. So that's good that you do that for the animals.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we go in with like animal control to different animals that need rescue. We'll go in with different like sanctuaries, and mostly it's all like farm animals that are in need of like major rescue, and we'll like take them in and we'll
So they're
help them.
calling you?
Yes.
Yeah, they'll call us, or different people will contact us saying like we have these animals that are in need, and they're usually animals that have been neglected or abused in different ways, and so we'll take them in.
They know to call her because she can't say no to any of that.
I know, because you both are so sweet. So I can see that. I can see that.
All animals are so sweet.
I know.
I can't stand to see mistreated animals and stuff. It makes me very sad.
Yeah.
I would
I know.
love, you can ask my daughter, I would absolutely have an animal sanctuary in our yard. I
She
would
would.
take
She would cuddle them
everything.
every day.
Everything.
Yes.
That's funny.
Mhm.
It's a kind person.
I know.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
didn't know that how long I've known Cher. My group of friends don't know how long I've known you. So when I told them that, I was like, yeah, when I first met her, she danced for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's
So I'm like, yeah. And was it Miss Clearwater?
Yes. Good memory.
See?
Yes, very good memory. As Miss Clear
I'm like, yeah, I've known her for a very long time. Before she had, well, obviously you had MTV and then the Smothered was going, right? Was Smothered going already?
Smothered on TLC. We did 4 seasons of that.
Yeah. And I was like, I said, but I got to know her before y'all did.
Aw. Yes.
I'm like,
You came on our
exactly.
So interesting.
Yes, it was a wonderful podcast when you were on.
Yeah, so interesting.
It was so refreshing, and you're the reason why I was encouraged to finally do this. We'd been talking about it for a while, and then after me and Michael, and you see Michael, he's on there now, went to your show, I was like, you know what? We should do it. We should do it. We should do it. But I kept putting it off because I wasn't brave enough. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, let's just do it.
Yeah, I'm so glad you did, because it's so interesting what you guys do. It's so interesting.
I like doing it. I like doing it. I don't know if you've watched any of them, but there's one.
Wow. We filmed a movie once called Inoperable we were in, and the movie was filmed in an abandoned hospital.
Yes,
where was it? In like Tampa area, right?
Yes.
Somewhere in Tampa area. So spooky. I wish I knew you back then, like to call you, and be like, come out to this place.
It was so spooky.
It was. I mean, and it was a scary movie too that we were in. So it was already spooky. But then being in an abandoned hospital,
that was really scary.
I didn't.
Did you feel?
Yeah, definitely. Like that was.
But did you see anything like out of the corner of your eye or anything while you're there?
All the lights were always on, so I didn't. But there was always so many people too that were there.
Oh, moving around.
Alone a little for yourself. It was very spooky. Just walking in the morning when you'd have like your call time, you have to be there. Just walking in, and it's still like.
Totally imagine that would be cool though.
Yeah.
Where is the scariest location that you ever went to? Like, would it be like a home, an abandoned building? Do you have any of your like scary?
Let me think. For me, I think I'm gonna say that hospital. I've done this hospital once, and listen, there's no power to the hospital, and me and Sherry are on the 3rd floor, and we had just been on that floor for maybe 45 minutes, and we're getting ready to go down, and we're standing next to the elevator door, but it's closed, right? So the only way to go up and down is through the stair shafts. So I made a joke and I said, wouldn't it be funny if the elevator dinged? Would you believe it freaking dinged? And we were like, I swear. And there's zero power. We looked at each other and she goes, oh, hell no. And we ran as fast as you could. And of course, we don't have anything on because we had just shut off. We're just talking. And we ran all the way down those stairs, scared little babies. Mind you, we went
there for.
But we chickened out when that elevator dinged because I was like, oh no, if those doors open and something pops out, die. You're in the hospital.
Wow.
I think that was probably the scariest for me. Michael, what about you?
About me, I went and I investigated in Utah. There's actually a town called Eureka, Utah, and it's about maybe 60 people. It's less than a football field long. They have like a general store and all that. And we actually got to investigate it was like a nun's retreat house kind of thing. And it was really, really spooky. We saw a lot of shadow figures and stuff.
Wow.
And just the fact that it was in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
So interesting.
So
that is.
It was very, very creepy.
Now, do you guys like scary movies, like ghost movies, or no?
You know what's interesting is, so it's funny. I used to watch scary movies and loved it, right? Yeah. You can't get me to watch a spooky movie now.
Interesting.
But
why is that?
I don't know. It's weird. And even, so I will go, no, I don't care where you put me. I'll be the first one in there and I'm ready to go for it, right? But like some of these ghost shows, like Ghost Adventures, blah, 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 at night, they'll put on some of the scarier ones. I think it's called My Haunted Story. I can't deal with it. Like, it freaks me out. Like, how do you live in a house knowing that the ghost is pulling your hair?
Right.
Right? So or scratching you or pulling the blankets off of you at night. I don't know if I could sleep in a house like that. For me.
I know, I definitely couldn't.
You go into
but I want to go in your house and see it, but I don't want to take it home with me.
Right.
Funny.
Yeah, it almost seems like, Angie, that you have that I think we're all kind of in the same boat. When we investigate, we know that when we leave, it's not coming with us, it's not at our house. So it just makes it a little more comfortable, I think.
But what if
Well,
it's
I don't know. I'm very much a scaredy cat when it comes to investigation.
That is true.
I dropped my phone and I was like, what happened? What's that?
Wow. But you still
What about
go.
you guys, though? Do you watch them? You don't get freaked out?
I can't watch scary movies.
I
I
don't
get
like
so
it.
scared.
I get too stressed out.
Watch a scary movie, it has to be during the day, not at night. I will watch it in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Because then I have all day to rethink that movie.
Yes.
To watch the Golden Girls to kind of reset yourself.
I love them.
What
I
about
love
your
watching
husband?
them.
What does he think? Does he watch them?
He
Both of
likes
you.
scary movies. You know, my husband and I have a deal. We'll watch one scary movie a year on Halloween, and that's it. Because I will not watch any more. So on Halloween, it's the one time a year he can pick out one scary movie for the year, and I'll watch it. That's
And what
it.
about you, Miss Dawn?
My husband watches it, but without me.
Oh my gosh, you know what, guys? I forgot to tell you. When I was at their home, we were in the backyard, and which they didn't even know it either. But all of a sudden, the light came on. No, it was the TV. The TV flickered, I think, and we're like, "Oh my God, there's something in the house." It was her dad playing a joke on us. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? He was upstairs on the balcony, I think, like turning the TV.
Oh my gosh, that's totally my dad.
Yeah, I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh my God, there's something going on with the house." And I could see him. He's like this. He thought he was funny.
That's so funny. I remember like the cool guys, like the balls that went outside, like they light up.
Oh yeah.
That was
Yeah,
cool.
we still use all that stuff. But like I showed you, we got new equipment too. So if you guys want us to do another investigation, we'll bring all this good stuff over there.
Cool. Do you think that doing an investigation brings out the activity, or it'll only pick up what's there?
Sometimes it brings it out, and sometimes it doesn't.
Wake up! When I first moved in, I know there was something here. It's like, do I want to wake it up, or should I?
My parents have
Well, I'll tell you. So since it hasn't been
condo.
What's that?
I would love to do it at my parents' condo.
Why don't we?
You should. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun.
I think it would be interesting.
Yeah, I would be
like when you
very
walk in,
interesting.
you feel it. I don't
You
know. I
do
wonder if
feel
you
it.
would feel it, but like I feel it, and I am like
definitely feel
you get like
Well, you
shit,
told me you felt it when I was at your mom's home.
yes,
You could feel it.
you could feel
That's
it.
why I think you're sensitive. That's why I think you're sensitive. So yeah, if you want me to do your mom's house, Miss Dawn, I absolutely would love to do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that
Let's
would
do
be
it.
very interesting.
Yeah.
You could have your next Halloween podcast again. There you go.
Yeah. Two. They're back.
Part two.
Yes, part 2.
Why not? I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
We should plan it. Do that.
Yeah.
I would do it for you.
I would love to.
Yeah. So that'd be so
That's
cool.
funny. Well, I know that you have plans tonight, Miss Cher, so we will close it out for you tonight. And I do thank you for coming on with us tonight and giving us your
Thank you
your
for coming
best
on.
stories. Yeah.
Yes, it was so nice to meet you.
We love this topic,
We
and
do.
we're
It's
excited.
right up-
We're excited for you to come out to her mom's house soon. That'll be
That'll
really
be
Yeah,
cool.
so please text me with a date that you want us to do it, and I'll make sure it happens, okay?
Awesome.
Cher, I just want to tell you, when you're out in your life, if you want to look further into your abilities, just really don't second guess yourself. Trust yourself. If you feel
Yes.
something, just listen to that. Don't be like, oh,
Embrace
it's nothing.
it.
Just pay attention to what you're feeling and how you feel in certain situations, and then like you can even like after you felt a certain way, like look into it, look it up. Look up your dreams, see what they mean, see if they interact. Just trust yourself,
Yes.
trust your gut, because it's usually right. It's usually the
Yes.
truth. It's usually what you're feeling.
Very interesting.
Interesting. I
Thank
love
you
that.
for that.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, ladies, you have a good evening, and we loved having you on our show tonight. Thank you
Yes.
for coming on.
Be
Thank you.
safe.
Nice seeing
It was
you.
All
nice
right, bye,
meeting you guys.
ladies.
Bye.
Bye.